Hey there, I want to talk to you about betrayal mindset. So, today on the Daily Fight, my name is Robin Tanner. I'm going to do this super quick. I've got a lot going on today. You've got a lot going on today. And frankly, you guys don't watch past 2 minutes. So, betrayal mindset, what is it? Betrayal mindset is when you are going against your core nature, when you are going against your values, your beliefs, and you are at war inside trying to accomplish a goal, trying to force yourself into the next level or the next phase or the next project, the next season of your life in a relationship, a job, at the gym. Like you're showing up and you're forcing yourself to do things and you're betraying your own mind, your beliefs, your values, who you are in your core. And some of the symptoms of that is like you're uneasy, you're anxious, your heart is racing, like you're on edge, you're irritable. Like do a gut check. They say that that's right, our second brain. So like if you're having those feelings when you're doing this thing, right? When you are going against like what you know not to be true for you. It might be true for them, it might be true for her, but it's just not true for you. And it's okay for them, right? But it's not okay for you. Yet you want to achieve this thing. You want to do this thing. And they've told you this is the only way it can be done. These are the guidelines. This is the box. These are the bullet points. You must do it this way and follow this blueprint and this roadmap, A to B to get you to C, but it's betraying something inside of you. And your mind and your body starts to go to war with itself. Yet you're forcing this thing. And so if one of those symptoms that you have, this when you're putting yourself into that situation and you notice that on edge, that uneasiness, like you're having a gut check, that could be one of the symptoms that you are in a situation or a circumstance where you're at odds with yourself and you have this betrayal mindset. The second symptom would be like you're repeatedly justifying why you're doing what you're doing, right? Like for me, for instance, I just sent in another book proposal with a publishing company for one of my books. And I have to follow these specific guidelines. And the way you got to write the proposal is very like a college paper, a dissertation. I mean, it is not how I write. I'm a stream of consciousness writer. I'm an in your face. I'm a conversational piece type writer. There's nothing about me that is very professor-ish. So it's really hard for me to force myself to do these guidelines, do it their way, try to word it their way. It really goes against my internal core nature of writing. So I'm really at odds with myself, yet I want to get the proposal. I want to get a traditional publishing deal, or so I think I do, right? I'm not going to know until I actually receive it and get on the other side of it. But that is part of the risks and the doing and the trying. But if you're repeatedly justifying, right, you find yourself like, I'll just do it until the project's done. I'll just deal with this relationship until the kids are in school. I'll just stay a little bit longer. I'll just wait and see how it goes for the rest of the year. And you're justifying why you're showing up, or I invested so much money into this business or this course, so I must keep going. Yet inside, you're having this internal struggle and it's not getting done anyways, and you're delaying it, and we're procrastinating, we're finding excuses, but yet you're justifying why you're staying, why you're continuing to do something in a way that is resisting who you are in your core. Because I know I'm in the personal development self-help field, and this is a daily fight, and there are areas of your life where you need to grow and stretch and develop yourself and adjust and change and be flexible. But there's also pieces of you that are who you are at your core that should not change, that will not change. And when you try to change those things or adapt those change to fit in somebody else's box or version of you or version of what you think you want, and there's only one way to get it, but like, no, I think there's multiple ways and there's different avenues, but yet you stay and you justify it because maybe you don't want to start all over, or you think it's going to take too much longer, or there's more money and there's so many sunk costs, or you're going to look like a failure, or they're going to judge you, when you're already judging yourself and you're already comparing yourself against where you think you should be, but you're not there yet, because you are in this betrayal mindset of really betraying who you are. And the last symptom would be you're just drained. You are tapped out emotionally. It doesn't matter how much you sleep. You think you're burned out. You think you're overwhelmed. You think that like you're doing it wrong. You're wondering what's wrong with you, but really you're tapped out. You are emotionally drained because you're going against who you truly are. You are betraying the very being, the soul inside of you, the little girl, the little boy, that little inner warrior. You're going against the way that they know is right, even if it is against the norm, even if it's, remember, we're rebels here, right? Like we are rebelling against the average, we're rebelling against the status quo. But and yes, you should learn from other people, right? There's so many sides to this, but I'm trying to get you to, and there's other ways to do it, but just because it worked for them doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Just because they've been doing it for 30 years, yes, there's wisdom there, but it doesn't mean that there's pieces of you and who you are and the way you want to do it. It doesn't mean you can't create your own way. I mean, hell, I wrote a book about it, the machete mentality. Make a way, find a way, create your own damn path, take the sword and machete the shit out of it. There's other ways to get there. And so when you have that, right, that uneasiness and you do that gut check and you're on edge and you're agitated and you feel sick to your stomach or you're anxious, heart's racing all the time, when you're constantly justifying yourself, well, I have to do it. I need to follow through. I got to execute. They're doing it this way. I promised them this. I said I was going to do this. If I don't, like, I'm going against my word, when really you're already going against your word and you're betraying yourself because you're not listening to yourself. You're listening to all the noise out here. So I hope this helps somebody today, so that you can put a cap on the emotional drain, right? Like, don't let anything else leak out. Like, and in order to do that, you've got to get really real with what you really want, why you're really doing it. And sometimes you're too close to it, you can't see. So that's where a coach comes in. That's where somebody who is not afraid to speak up and speak their mind, see your possibilities, see your potential, and help you rewrite the story, redefine the story, and rise up through all of the noise, all of the BS, all of the excuses, all the comparison, all the judgment that you're doing to yourself. So let's quit betraying your own mind, your own gut, your own heart, and even your judgment on yourself. So I hope this helps somebody today. If you are in the process of doing something, but you really feel the resistance that you're forcing it, I encourage you to take a step back, listen to these things, kind of have a self audit, right? If you're justifying, right, and you're so trying to convince yourself, right, not even just others, but you're trying to convince yourself that this is the thing that you want to do, this is the relationship, this is the thing, right? Yet your gut is uneasy, you're feeling you're at war inside, like all out World War III is going on inside of you, and then emotionally you got nothing. You've got nothing. You can't you're showing up, but you've got nothing. So you can turn it all around. This is the daily fight. That is the betrayal mindset, according to me, Robin Tanner. If you like this, share it, like it, give me an emoji. Have a great, wonderful, amazing Thursday. Remember, it's take charge. Do all your little details today, your administrative tasks, tie up some loose ends so that tomorrow you can come back on Fierce Friday and get some shit done and kick some butt. And that's what I got for you today. Peace out.